Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to go ahead and recreate this makeup look that I'm wearing now for you guys. I've been wearing this look so much, especially in the daytime, and so I just thought I would go ahead and film it for you. So it's a pretty simple, just kind of bronzy eye. I obviously have lashes on as well, to kind of amp up the drama today. I haven't been wearing the lashes during the daytime as much, but I thought they would kind of add to the video. So it's just a bronzy eye and then this cool bright orange lip combo that I've been really loving so much lately. I kind of did a lot of highlighting and bronzing on my skin as well. So if you guys would like to learn how I got this makeup look, then please just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start out with this L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Matte Foundation. And I recently just picked this up. This is a quote-unquote drugstore brand foundation. But it's not really at a drugstore price if you ask me as far as New Zealand pricing goes. But anyway, I really have been loving this foundation. It's really good for combination skin, so I have combo oily skin. I get oily like through my T-zone and everything like that. And this foundation really does hold up really well throughout the day for me. I'm in the shade 20, which is called Sand, and it's just a tiny bit dark for me. That's kind of why I was blending it down my neck. I don't have any self-tanner on at the moment, so it's not the exact perfect match, but if I did have self-tanner on, it would be so perfect. And I'm just really loving the formula. So I'm just buffing it in with a Real Techniques foundation brush and putting it everywhere, over my eyelids, really just getting it nice and blended throughout my entire face. And then I took a damp beauty blender and just kind of went over everything just to make sure I didn't have any excess products. Next, I'm moving on to my Smashbox concealer, and I'm taking that on a Real Techniques concealer brush, just kind of placing the product underneath my eyes and on the places that I want to highlight. And then I'm going to go ahead and buff it out with my beauty blender. I also put this on top of my eyelids to act as sort of a shadow primer and to cover up all the redness that I have on my eyelids. And just my normal highlighting spots. So under eyes, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, and on my forehead just a little bit. And then just blending that out with my wet beauty, no, this is a Real Techniques sponge actually, sorry. Any beauty sponge will work as long as it's damp. And then I just went back to that foundation brush and I'm just going to blend everything one final time just to make sure it's really seamless and there aren't any harsh lines and the concealer is blended into the rest of the foundation. Next, I'm going to set my concealer using this NARS translucent powder. This one is in the color Snow. It's just a loose translucent powder and it's kind of have a pink undertone to it, so it's very brightening. And I'm just lightly dusting that over all of the spots that I put concealer, just so we don't get any creasing, or, well, we'll minimize the creasing. How about that? And I'm just putting this on my eyelids as well to kind of set the concealer that I put on my eyelids, just to get a nice base for all the eyeshadows that we're going to blend out later. Next, I'm moving on to bronzer. This is MAC's Give Me Sun bronzer. And I'm just taking that on a big fluffy brush and placing it kind of on all the places that would normally bronze. So cheekbones, my temples, and like across my forehead a little bit, underneath my chin and my jawline. And I'm really just using this sort of as a transition color to my contour. So this is quite a warm bronzer, obviously, and it wouldn't work as just a contour by itself, but I really love it as sort of a transition shade for contour. So I'm just blending it out. This bronzer blends out so nicely. It's actually mineralized, so it's one of the mineralized skin finishes from MAC, and it just blends out so seamlessly, and I really, really like it. Next, I'm taking my Laguna bronzer from NARS on a Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to sort of deepen up my contour with this. So placing this just really lightly in the hollows of my cheeks and kind of tilting that brush upwards
So I guess pointing it at a downward angle a little bit to kind of blend it out properly. And it just intensified the contour of my cheekbones a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab my MAC 224. I always do this. I'm just contouring the sides of my nose. And next I'm gonna move on to some highlighting. So I'm gonna layer a few highlighters, but this first one is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. It's in Porcelain Pink, and it definitely has pink undertones to it, but it's a really nice finish. And then on top of that, I'm gonna layer Albatross from NARS, which is a lot more intense, and this one is gold undertones. And it's just a little bit more, I don't know, pigmented, I guess you could say. I love the combination of these two together. I feel like they give a really, really pretty finish, layered. And I'm putting that on the top of my nose, and then also right on the bridge of my nose, like in between my eyes. For blush, I'm gonna be using Benefit's Majorette Cream Blush. I love this blush. It's such a beautiful color, and the formula, it just really melts into your skin, and it just looks perfect, right, with this look? Okay, now onto eyes, and I'm first gonna blend a bone-colored shadow all over my lids. This one is from my Stila palette, and it is called Reason. And I'm just blending that out all over with a fluffy brush, and then we're gonna move on to the crease. So in my crease, I'm taking my favorite crease color ever. This is the one I always use. It's called Wit. It is also a Stila shadow, and it is matte. And I'm just taking that on my MAC 224 and blending that into my crease and the upper crease as well to act as a transition shade for this eye look. Next, I'm gonna take this color from MAC. This is called Honesty. And it's a really kind of sheer bronzy eyeshadow. And if you were to use Fix Plus with this, it would come out a bit more pigmented, but I didn't use that here. I just put the shadow dry by itself onto my lid with a flat shader brush. And then I'm gonna take my MAC 217 and go in and deepen up my crease a little bit, and I'm gonna use the color Understanding from the Stila palette. This is a reddish brown color, and I really like the undertones in this eyeshadow for this crease. I think it blends really nicely, the sort of reddish brown tint that it has. And then I'm going to take my MAC Pigment in Melon, and on a wet shader brush, so I put Fix Plus on this brush, and I'm just packing that pigment onto the center of my lid really, and blending it outwards. And then on the lower lash line, we're going to start with a transition color. This is that same one that I put in my crease. It's the Wit color from Stila. And then I'm gonna darken up that lower lash line using Baby I'm a Star from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a deep brown eyeshadow that has like a gold fleck to it. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with that same pencil brush. So I packed it on first, really close to my lash line, and then blended it out. Next, I'm gonna line my upper lash line with some black gel liner. I'm not really doing a wing here. I just wanted to find my lash line so that when I put my false lashes on, it helps to kind of hide the lash band. And then we're gonna curl our lashes, pop on some mascara. I'm still using Benefit Roller Lash. I freaking love this stuff, I can't get enough. And I did put falsies on, but I put them on off camera because I'm horrible at doing them on camera. And to finish this off, the face, I'm just gonna spray myself with Fix Plus, and then we're gonna move on to the lip. So for the lip, I'm using MAC's Morange. I love this lip color. It's seriously such a beautiful orange shade. It's very bright and summery, really. And I'm just putting it on with a lip brush just to get a really precise application because I didn't use a lip liner, obviously. So I'm just filling in my entire lip with that. And this does take me a little bit of time, but I just want to make sure that I don't get any feathering or bleeding on the outside edges just because I didn't use a liner. But how pretty is this color? Love it. And it's gonna get even prettier in a minute when we layer it with a gloss. And on top of this, I'm going to layer a NARS Larger Than Life lip gloss. This one is in the shade Orgasm, and I love this because it's pink, but it has like a gold fleck to it. and it really just pulls this whole look together. I think it really works with the eye and over the top of the orange. I don't know, I'm just loving this combo lately. I've been wearing it so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I will see you in my next video.